All right, guys, before we dive all the way into this video, let me give a huge shout out to my good people over at Sports Gamers Online, my man, the natural Mike Straw, and everyone else that I may have left out by name. I apologize, but I appreciate those guys giving me the okay to use this small clip in this video, because I definitely want to make a huge point, man. This is something that you hear me talk about all the time, and you're going to hear David Winter here refer to it in their game, in Maximum Football 2020. Gotta applaud them as well. But let me let you guys listen to this clip, and I'll be right back.
As far as those improvements and gameplay improvements, how much of that, being a small studio, is thanks to frame-by-frame coding, where you are moving every limb, every element, versus getting new motion capture? Because I know you guys have done some motion capture, but if you were to put it at maybe a percentage breakdown of those improvements between coding straight up from scratch versus coding via motion capture help, how much would you attribute to each?
The motion capture really shows off for things like the post-play celebrations and the emotions and stuff like that. The quarterback animations, like the throwing motions, that sort of thing, obviously those are there. But for the most part, you don't see a lot of tackle animations in our games. We use physics. We don't have canned tackle animations. Everything's done through the physics system. So that sort of takes care of itself. The players running, the players backpedaling, that sort of thing. I've spent some time cleaning up, but all of the improvements come from the fact that Unity spent time improving the frame rate and getting it smoothed out. So you don't see these jittery movements quite as much anymore. Mm-hmm. And once that's sorted, then I can spend my time writing the code to put a player in a position. And I can, right now, I can just tell the player, I need you to go to this spot in the field. And all the underlying systems are in place to just do it. So that's kind of how it breaks down. Most of the motion capture stuff is just basic animations, and the code gets the player in the right place at the right time.
All right, guys, so I hope you paid attention to what David said there, and shout outs to him. And I'm showing you a small clip here that they posted on Twitter, and shout outs again to them for allowing me to use this footage to make a point. And I'm going to slow it down here. And let me say this before I even dive into my point. I know some people are going to, have opinions about the game and say this and that about the game. I need you guys to understand that this is an indie product. It's an indie product, a small studio. So don't focus so much on how the game looks and how it moves, etc., etc. Obviously, this is going to improve over time. But look at the physics. Just pay attention to that physical interaction right there. This stuff right here is great. This is the foundation that they're building their game off of. How many times have you heard me say this about Madden? Which we know they introduced the physics engine. And you guys might remember, some of you may not. I talked about this along with others in the community when Backbreaker came out, right? When Backbreaker came out, that showed us right there that it was possible. We pushed for it to be in a game like Madden, with being basically the only AAA football title. They get it in Madden 13. They introduced the Infinity engine, and it never quite translated the way we thought it would, at least by now. At some points of the generation here, you saw it may play out a little better, and other times you saw it stripped down, and now back in 21, they're reintroducing it, so to speak, where it's back close to where it once was, but it's still quite not there. But my point in this whole thing is it's possible. Anything you ever hear me ask for from a game like Madden, I always say, listen, I see this stuff being done elsewhere. So there's no reason why I can't demand these things in the big AAA title. So again, I don't want to focus so much on Madden. I want to give shine as well to Maximum Football 2020. Make sure you support them. Okay, regardless of how you feel about the gameplay or whatever, and people are going to say, oh, I'm not going to throw my money away. Listen, you've thrown your money away on worse. You have. Okay, most of you guys in the community pay X amount of dollars every year to buy Madden, and you're frustrated with it. So all I'm saying is you gotta support these other efforts. You have to. You have to. If you want to see competition, or if you want to see other options, then you gotta support people like Maximum Football, who are approaching it the right way. And that's the point of this whole video. The foundation, the way they are approaching it, is the right way off jump. So it only makes you sit back and imagine what it could be if they had the same type of, backend, or the same, size studio, etc., etc. All right, so that's all I got to say in this particular video, man. Just wanted to take time to showcase that, kill two birds in one stone, with one stone, so to speak. And there you have it. But all right, guys, that's all I got for this particular video, man. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, cut on your notifications, hit that like button. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.